I'm a big fan of pop music and melody. So if something's a great song, be it a cheesy dance record or out and out metal, if I hear a good song, that's enough for me. But then when it comes to actually playing it on the radio, I'm looking for something that is perhaps of the indie, alternative or left field dance genres. So if it's blatant pop, I wouldn't play it, but I might appreciate it, but think that's a great song. I'd like to hear that with a bit more guitar or whatever. I always look back at one of my all-time favourite bands, Jesus and Mary Chain's first album, Psycho Candy, which a lot of the time was a wall of noise, but through that noise came these beautiful songs, and if you stripped it all back and just took the song and put an acoustic guitar and whatever, you'd have a wonderful song. So I use that as an example of the sort of thing I'm looking for. Great melody, but a nice noise on top of it. A band called Urban Rye, which is Iron Brew spelt backwards, which could be very cheesy. And the fact that the singer served some time in Greenock prison for, I can't remember what the offences were. I should have picked up the Sun, because it's been well documented, the fact that this gangster has started a band. He picked up the guitar and started writing songs when he was in prison. He's still only about 23, a guy called Kev Tate, and he's from Clydebank, and he's joined by some Irish guys to create this band. And I was thinking it was going to be some sort of dodgy Scottish hip-hop, but it's not. It's like a combination of maybe the Sex Pistols, Oasis and Happy Mondays, and it's a really exciting, energetic thing going on. It seems to be a very laddie following they've got, but they've got the Ocean Colour Scene support for December at the Barrowlands, and certainly a lot of people are taking notice of them, and I think they are a band that are certainly going to do things, if it doesn't all implode, which usually happens with all these great bands, one album and that's it. I think they're quite exciting. Urban Rye. Yeah, it's difficult to know, because a lot of the time I'm working so far up front in terms of the stuff I'm listening to, and by the time an artist gets to success, I've lost interest in them. You mentioned Amy MacDonald and Katie Tunstall. They're two artists that I was the first ever to play anywhere in the world on the radio. Amy sent me a demo, dodgy recording, but great song, and I played it on the show just because it was a great song. And Katie Tunstall, a mate of mine, tipped me off, and I went on her website and she had a couple of free MP3s, and I downloaded them and played her on the show. Now both those artists, probably seen as more mainstream, probably don't fit in the whole alternative exposure XFM bracket, but I'll still support them because I like what they do, and I shouldn't be ashamed of it because I was the first to play them. I think as well with bands like The View and the Fratellis, they've been emerging of late, but they're still not massive names. They might play big venues in Scotland and the whole UK, but worldwide they're not massive yet, so they've got a bit of growth to come as well. But if I'm looking forward, I think it all creates a very healthy base for the future. There's a lot of exciting things. So I think things like that, and actually recognising talent within Scotland is certainly something that is lacking. We're all very good. It's exactly the same with football. We're very good at knocking ourselves down and very bad at talking ourselves up. The football thing's just outrageous. I can't believe the recent fervour over the Italy game. Does nobody remember Argentina 1978? But then we're out, and we sort of move on, and everything falls apart. You lose your manager. Music's similar to an extent. It's like once a band's successful, people almost grudge them that success. And on the Cooler Than Thou indie chat room forums, bands like The View and the Fratellis are hated because they're seen as some sort of, now they're part of the mainstream, but we should be continuing to build these acts, because the bigger these acts get, the more they'll push the other acts. The View are a good example, because they're always getting rising Scots bands to support them on tour. A couple of my favourites, The Law and Luva Anna, both also from Dundee. They've toured with them, and on their next couple of dates in Scotland, The View have invited the Glasgow band High Five Alive to support them, which is fantastic, because bands that are signed would pay whacks of money to get these tour supports, and they're actually genuinely getting bands to support them that they like, which is nice. Man, press record.
Yes.
What was that button that's supposed to press?